Okay, folks, we're looking at Audacity, which is a software program that is free and you can find online and download it. It's a very popular and very easy to use recording program. Simple and straightforward. As you see here, the buttons, the main control buttons, are up here. That's the rewind button. That's the play button. That's the record button. Pause, stop, and forward, or skip to the end. As you can see here, there is a track, a sample track already recorded. The waveform appears as you actually record. What I'm going to do, just to show you an example, is erase this track by clicking the X at the top left hand corner and record another track. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, and you can see the image appear there. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, and we're going to stop it. Rewind to the front, and we could hear it. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3, and you can see the. Okay, so one thing we're going to do right away is save our project. The way you do that is you go to File, Save Project, and it gives you this information saying this is a project file. It's going to end with a .aup. You save it to the desktop in this case. I already have a copy of it, so it's going to replace it. I'm just going to say no since it exists already. But the point is that, like most media creation software, it gives you an opportunity to save your work as projects and then export them in a format that you can use later. Okay, since we've saved it as an .aup file, we can only open it with Audacity. Now, that's not always the thing we want to do. We may want to export this to an MP3 player or to another computer. We may want to add it into a movie we're making as an audio clip. So what we want to do is convert this to another format which is more user-friendly. So I'm going to go to File, Export. I could either export as a WAV. In this case I'm going to export as MP3. I'm going to put it on my desktop. I'm going to call it Test3X. Click Save. And if I wanted to give it more information on this tag, I could. I'm not going to add anything now, just for time's sake. Click OK. You can see it exports it. And I'm going to move this. And just for example, I'm going to minimize that. Here's my test 3, but I want test 3X. And I'm going to open with my favorite media player, VLC. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. And there it is. And you can see the image appear there. Okay. Testing. So that's how you export a file you've created. Now I could still go back and edit the original project because the project still exists. So if I wanted to make modifications, I could go back and make those changes and resave the file and then re-export it under a different name. Okay, so that's how you export a file. Now the other cool thing about working with Audacity is that there's lots of really simple things you could do to modify a sound file just by highlighting whatever you want to modify. For example, if I wanted to highlight the whole thing, I would do that. And if I go up here to the main menu bar, you can see there's effects. A lot of times when I'm wanting to, let's say, export the file and try to get it as clean as possible, I'll go to normalize as an effect. What normalize does is kind of remove the peaks and the highs and the lows, so it sounds a little bit better, less distorted. Testing 1 2 3, testing 1 2 3. Okay. That's one thing I do. There are lots of effects that come with Audacity, and you can actually download more. Let's say I wanted to change the pitch of part of the sound file. I would click on Effect, make sure the area that I want to change is highlighted. Go to Effect, change pitch. I could simply use the percentage change in this little slider bar. See if we can go down what that sounds like. Let's go down to D. Click OK. And let's hear that.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
Alright, so it changed the pitch. Okay, so that gives you an idea of what Audacity can do. I'm going to be adding in some more training videos just to show you some more details about what Audacity can do. Thanks, and see you soon.